Hi everybody, it's 𝗙Con back with another video in these weird ass times that we're all suddenly seem to be living through. How's everyone doing out there? I hope you're all okay wherever you may be. I wanted to talk a little bit about something today because, last video I said don't watch the news so much, right? Because only for, the bare necessities of information or any kind of public announcements that you might need, because there's so much negativity going on right now with the news, especially it makes it very, very difficult to keep your focus, right? And I know that, trust me. So I've been actually daily just actively looking for good news, Googling good news, okay? And there's tons of good news out there. There's they're discovering possible antibodies in several different countries around the world. They're testing vaccines left and right. They're making all kinds of discoveries. China seems to have 0 new cases of this stuff. South Korea is recovering. Italy, their new cases are slowing down. Some newborn baby recovered from it, as well as a 104-year-old woman, I think in China, also recovered from the virus. So there's all kinds of good news going on out there. And if you look for it, if you actively look for it, guys, you'll find it. And there's plenty of it going around, okay? Also, amazingly, I don't know if where you live in your country, you know about Fred Rogers. He was a famous television host, children's television host here in America. And, he used to always say when there's bad news, look for the helpers, look for the people who are helping. And there are plenty of people doing that. So actually, throughout this whole ordeal, what I'm seeing out there is people on their best behavior. Honestly, the majority of people out there are on their best behavior right now. They're helping each other out. They're watching out for each other. And if anything, this thing might be a one of those kind of events that comes around to show us who we truly are, right? But I wanted to preempt with that in terms of looking for positive news, because yesterday I was doing that and I was finding all these positive news, and I Google coronavirus good news kind of thing, and and there's plenty, but there was one headline that popped out and it said, yes, new cases in China. There's no new cases in China, but, and there's a guy playing the bagpipe outside. Oh, listen to that for a minute. Can you guys hear that? It's a beautiful day. I went walking in the park today. Everyone's out. Everyone's out in the park with their kids, their dogs, just having fun, just taking a load off, which is a wonderful thing too. If you have an opportunity to get outside at all where you are, and it's nice weather, and just in a public space that's sort of like a park or something like that, or go hiking, do that. Get some fresh air. But let me continue. So I saw this headline that said, yes, things are looking much, much better in China, but that's what it said. And I thought about this because I thought, this is a lot of kind of talk that I get from people, even, in comments, in your comment section, in your, from my coaching clients. There's a lot of this, oh, well, things have been going really well, but, there's this, yeah, but, because it's almost like, when there's good news or when something good is happening, even with your specific, personal desire that you're manifesting, maybe it's a specific person or an ex-back or money or something. I get a lot of this from clients. They go, hey, 𝗙Con, look, so they contacted me and they're blowing up my phone, but there's this problem, but there's this obstacle. And I wanted to make this video to make sure that I tell you guys and to make sure that you understand to watch your butts, right? So you saw the title for this video, and it's, of course, butt. I'm not talking about your lower extremities, although I'm sure they're wonderful. But, it's the butt with 1 T, not with 2 T's, okay? But it's a little fun. Just having a little fun, guys. It's good to have fun these days. But I wanted to, I noticed this across the board, and then I saw it, in this headline, just in the Google results, and I thought, wow, isn't that just the way that people tend to think and that people tend to be? We're so used to bad news, or thinking of bad news, or thinking of things going south or going sideways or going wrong, not just in the larger world, but in our personal lives. And understand that this is, you have sort of we manifest individually and we manifest as a collective. But it's the individual mindset that sort of filters up, if you will, or moves up into the collective mindset. And so when you have these large scale kind of negative, unwanted manifestations on say a global level in this case, this is years and years of us practicing as individuals, practicing this negative kind of thinking and this negative way of looking at things, and always, responding to the external reality as if we're somehow separate from it, as if we have no influence over it, as if life is happening to us and not through us. And, hopefully part of what I try to do on this channel and what other people like me try to do is to teach everyone on an individual level to start shifting away from that. Because the more we do it shift away from that on an individual level, the more we influence the collective, you see, and the better collective manifestations we have as a world, as a society, as a planet, as a species, right? It's time now to shift that around. And I always say when things happen in your life that kind of go south, that's always an indication of where your limiting beliefs are at and what's going on in your internal space and your internal focus and your state of being on the inside. And that's where you make the adjustments. And when you make the adjustments consistently enough and long enough, you start to see things shift externally to match that. So when you have a better thing going on inside yourself, a better way of looking at things and looking at yourself, your external reality will begin to reflect back to you in a better, much more positive, much more wanted fashion. And so it is for us collectively. So I wanted to make sure I did a video where I tell you guys to watch that yeah, but kind of talk, right? Because there's so much of that going on right now. And I'm talking to my mother on the phone every day. She's very worried. I say the same thing. I'm like, Mom, look, there's good things happening. And she does the same thing. It's like, yeah, but, they said this thing. And I said, look, you're going to go to one news outlet and to the other news outlet, and they have a different way of looking at the world. It's kind of like asking an individual. If you're asking an individual about how's it going today, and they just happen to be a very negative kind of person, they'll always point out what's going wrong. They'll never point out what's going right. And there's always both things going on in your life. There's always things that might not be so great, and there's always things that are fucking awesome, right? But why don't we look at the things that are awesome? Because we have a tendency, and we've been taught from the time we're little, to think of and focus only on the problems, because we think still that we have to solve all the problems. We have to do it with our minds, our monkey minds. Our monkey minds can identify problems. They're not very well equipped to solve problems, okay? I think it was Albert Einstein who said, and this is a scientist and a scientific mind speaking here, you can't solve a problem with the same mindset that created it, okay? So if your problem was created with a negative mindset, you can't apply a negative, fearful mindset in order to solve it. You have to switch your mindset. You have to switch from problem-based thinking to solution-based thinking, okay? So here's a little trick, because you can use that yeah, but to your advantage. Okay, guys, you can use it to your advantage anytime that you see yourself doing it. You find yourself going, hey, there's some good news or something good's happening. Yeah, but, and you want to follow it up right away with something negative, something to cancel that out. Because that's when you do that, when you go like from positive to negative thinking all the time, back and forth, of course, what you're going to get back are very inconsistent results out there, very whirly, chaotic kind of results from your external environment and your physical reality. So you can use that habit, though, to your advantage. Just turn it around. So anytime you find yourself having a negative thought, or anytime you read a negative headline, or anytime somebody says something negative or pessimistic to you, use the yeah, but to your advantage and say, yeah, but here's something good. Yeah, but here's something working out. Yeah, but they're finding solutions. Yeah, but there's tons of intelligent, capable minds out there working on this issue. Yeah, but, right? Yeah, but, good things are happening. So you can do that with yourself, even on an individual level, when you find yourself sort of in the habit of always having that very negative kind of way of thinking. And it's a habit, guys, all right? It's what I always stress. It's nothing but a habit. It's almost an addiction for most of us. Because when you think negatively and you have fearful thoughts and you respond to them emotionally, your brain releases chemicals. Your body wants those chemicals over and over and over again. So when you switch suddenly to positive thinking, it's going, what are you doing? We need that chemical push of the negative thinking. So it wants to pull you back to that side of things, to that negative side of things. So one way you can start to combat that, you can start to turn that around, is practice the yeah, but do it in the opposite direction. Okay? So, oh, they haven't talked to me in a long time. They haven't called me in a long time. Yeah, but they have called me. It has happened in the past. I have manifested this before. You see, things like this, right? Oh, this isn't working out for me. It's taking too long. Yeah, but it's worked out for me before. Yeah, but lots of things have worked out for me. Yeah, but lots of things are working out for me right now. Yeah, but I'm getting better and better at this every day. Yeah, but I can feel myself getting better and better at this every day. You see? So just, if you can't stop doing the yeah, but, if you can't watch your butts out there, then use the yeah, but to your advantage and just turn it around, guys, okay? Because doing this, and like I said, this is the time now, the opportunity now for us to begin to really nail this as individuals, okay? Because it's going to be beyond just the things that you want right now. Those things are here to train you, and all those things are already set up for you that you want. The X, the specific person, the money, the this, the car, the that, the other thing, okay? We learn this right now. All of you are in a unique position, all of you watching this because you chose to watch this, because you chose to learn something new about yourselves. You chose to reach for something new, something higher, something bigger. You understand somewhere deep down inside of yourselves that you're capable of much more than you've thought you've been capable of before in your life, than you give yourself credit for. You're here because you believe that deep down inside. If you didn't, you wouldn't be here listening to me babble on video after video about this stuff, okay? But you do, and you keep coming back because inside your inner being knows how powerful and how capable you are of turning your lives around, turning your thinking around, influencing your mind and influencing your physical reality, okay? All of you are. And I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think so, if I didn't believe so, all right? Believe me, there are way easier ways to make money than to do this, all right? I could have worked at a bank. I'd be a millionaire by now. So this is like something that I do because I like doing it, all right? Because I believe in it, because I believe it's important. I think it's important work, because I know that if we can get on top of this stuff as individuals, we will eventually and effectively influence the larger collective, mental state, all right? And the collective ability of people to finally come together and understand that they can change things, they can influence their world and their physical surroundings in a positive way, in a much more positive way, all right? So everything has a silver lining, guys. Look for the silver lining. So don't do the buts. Everything's good, yeah, but this is bad. Do the, if you're thinking everything's bad, yeah, but look at all these things that are good. Look at all these people who are helping. Look at all these people who are kind-hearted and compassionate and patient and loving and generous. And there are tons of them. Right here in my town, there's a guy just standing on the street corner giving away $75 gift cards to grocery stores. He's a local businessman. He's a very wealthy man. And he decided he's just going to do that. He's giving back because he's out of the goodness of his heart, and because he cares about people and he cares about in his community, and he wants people to be okay. And if you look right now in your community, wherever you live, trust me, you'll find somebody like that, and you'll find more than one person like that doing that right now. So, one thing that I can see coming out of all this stuff is really that we are being shown just how much we have grown as a species, as human beings. We've gone through so much in our history. So much, diseases, wars, all kinds of stuff, predators. For millions of years, we were running away and hiding from predators, out there. All kinds of things have changed, and we have changed. And these things come along from time to time to show us just how much we have changed. This contrast is there. It's not, somebody said to me, this is going to change us all. I said, this isn't changing us. This is showing us who we really are. And actually, and the news coming out of that is very good. It's showing us who we are. It's showing us that we are much, much better than we tend to think that we are as people. Much more compassionate, much kinder, much more generous, much more tolerant, you see? And I think we're all going to come out of this okay. And when we do, and it's not going to be that long, I really don't believe it, but when we do, we're going to look around and go, oh, look at that. Look at it. We made it again. We came out on top again because we're resilient, we're resourceful, we're adaptable. We're pretty incredible creatures, all right? So don't stop believing that, okay, guys? So that's what I wanted to say to you. Watch your butts. Not in a negative sense, right? In a good sense, okay? In a constructive sense, all right? And everybody, hang tight. I think this is gonna go fine much quicker, much sooner than we think it will. And then they're saying out there, when you hear people going, oh, it's horrible. How long is this going to take you? Well, yeah, but look, it's already okay over there, so it'll be okay over here, right? And it will be. Trust me on that. And trust yourself on that, okay? So thanks again for watching, guys. Everybody stay healthy, stay good over there, all right? Hang in tight, okay? Do your things if you're locked down somewhere inside your house or apartment. I'm going to do a lot of spring cleaning and get rid of a lot of stuff I've been trying to do for a long time. I just haven't had the time, and now I get to do it. So I'm going to get busy on that, okay? And that'll be nice, because I think I did a video on purging, right? I need to purge so many things. I have so many things. I'm like a hoarder. I'm not really a hoarder, but I'm like a pack rat, you know? I like to keep things I've had for 10 years. I might need that someday. I don't ever need it. So I'm going to start throwing some shit away. Okay, guys. I love you all, okay? Take care of yourselves, and until the next video, thanks for watching. If you want to leave me a tip, go ahead and leave it. If not, that's okay too. If you want some coaching, the link for that is down below as well. All right, guys. And until next time, I am Tarkan. Thank you again for watching. Thanks for your comments, your likes, your subscriptions, and for sharing these videos with anyone you think might benefit from them. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.